What's taken so long?
Like I said, it's the radio frequency. We can't advertise our location.
Are we nearly ready?
Not you two.
Keep calm, Connor. I don't mean to rush you.
Where's Robert?
He's taking time out.
What was your private conversation all about?
It's a long story.
Sounds like we have time.
Robert wanted to regain time travel to change the timeline.
And you're against that?
When it means sacrificing everything we've done and fought for, yes.
How bad?
Thorncourt bad.
Ah, I see.
He's taken some time out though. Now, are we looking to contact Noah and Jason?
Yeah, Connor is working on finding the right frequency.
Oh, here you go.
Thanks, Noah. You've been a big help recently.
It's been no problem at all.
How are the tractors looking?
I think they'll be working soon. It shouldn't be too long before we can have this farm up and running properly. Is that the radio?
I think so. I probably forgot to switch it off.
Aaron is here.
How do we respond?
Hang on. Just switching on the return signal. Harriet, this is Jason and Noah. Is everything alright?
I have a message that Crimson Peak is to return to the Thorncorp headquarters. Aaron is here.
Aaron? Aaron's what? Hello? Harriet? Damn! Signal's cut out. Well, we got her message. But what does it mean?
Crimson Peak. That was my code name.
What?
Get back, Jason. We're heading into London. Back to Malton.
And what about Alfie?
Oh, he's coming too.
I'm sorry. The frequency isn't solid yet. It was only brief.
We heard Jason's voice. He'll have got the message.
Fingers crossed.
I'll stay here and keep trying to get a message out. Is there anyone else we need to get in contact with?
I know a few people. They're living in the Quantum Technologies building. I'll go and get them.
We need to bring everyone together now.
Will do.
As you've said, there are suppliers we're in need of.
How's the new wiring looking?
It looks pretty good so far. I think we can replicate more of this given the right time.
That's good. Right, let's give it a go. Testing.
Hearing you loud and clear.
Yes!
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So glad we've got it up and working now. New copper wiring at last.
That's great. Feels like we're getting back to normal.
Then you might be in for a shock. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine. How are you?
Robert and I found somewhere we can move to.
Move to? What do you mean? Where?
Hello, I'm Connor. We're here to pack up and move you to the bunker.
Connor, I was going to
Hang on, what are you talking about? What bunker?
There's a bunker under Thorncorp HQ. There's electricity working down there.
Thorncorp HQ? You want all of us to go there? What's wrong with here?
Like Harriet just said, there is functional electricity. We have heating and power. Aaron intends to try and get the national grid up and running again.
Who's Aaron?
A friend of ours. He found the place a while ago and got it all working.
Is this Aaron the hacker?
Aaron Thompson.
You know him?
Liz, it's the same Aaron that Eleanor introduced us to. Don't you remember?
You say there's electricity working down there?
There is. Robert is there now. This is Connor. He and I are here to help you all pack up so we can move everyone in this building into the bunker.
What about the others who are without heating and these luxuries?
That's why we're going to get the national grid up and running again. It's time to make that change. 'Cause 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 'Cause
So, this is Foreign Corp HQ.
Yep. Have you ever seen it before?
Never.
Seen better days. The structure, of course.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Feels like lifetime since I was last here.
Got him. He's too excited being in the city. Now, what's Crimson Peak?
A code name.
Yeah, but what for exactly?
Before we were warned about the Cataclysm, I used to be part of a hacking group that fought Thorncorp loyalists. There's only a handful of people who know that name left now. Harriet isn't one of them.
So it's Aaron then?
Possibly. But if Aaron is alive, why are we meeting here? It seems so odd.
So, you think it's a trap? Is Harriet in danger?
I don't know. But if she's in danger, that could mean Robert's in danger too.
Then that would be serious.
Exactly. Shh. Stay still.
Alfie, calm down.
Hi guys.
Aaron!
Alfie, stop! Calm boy, come on.
Is that really you?
It's really me. I'll stop. I don't want to antagonise Alfie any more than necessary.
He'll be fine once he sees you're no threat. Come here, mate. Where have you been?
Here?
The whole time?
We thought you were dead.
One of Robert's great ideas.
Robert knew?
It's difficult to explain. I've been living under this building.
In the bunker?
That's right.
The Thorncorp Vault.
Certainly not a legend. Let me show you.
Come on, boy. In you go. Wait. The lights.
You have electricity?
We'll go to one of the meeting rooms.
What the hell is this?
I'll give you the full story in the meeting room, but we're working on rebuilding history on one computer system.
What kind of system?
Vista, ironically. There's no more grid mainframe. For good this time. After both of you.
I'm just shocked, Aaron. How are you alive? You were choking. You were dying.
Remember when Robert appeared?
Yeah, no, not really.
His dimensional modulator got hit by a second EMP wave. The time crystal became unstable and the resulting shockwave you absorbed from it knocked you out cold for days. However, Robert had some future medicine he administered in a stim shot that helped me recover.
B-17 GM Alpha. Where the hell did he get that from?
It's such a complicated story, but let's just say that Robert's intentions by keeping this a secret are at an end.
I see.
Intentions?
There you are. I want a word with you. Jason? Noah? What are you doing here?
You lied! About everything!
Jason?
You told me he was buried. If it's not Aaron, then who is he?
No one. It's just dirt.
Jason, calm down.
Stop this. We don't get anything out of it.
Thank you.
We were all lied to, Jason.
How?
Well, Robert? I'll leave him to explain it to you both. I'm going to meet some of the other new arrivals. They should be here any minute.
Electricity is working.
It's incredible.
How is this possible?
This bunker ran on its own electrical supply and was lead-lined, meaning it was unaffected by the EMP.
Hello, everyone.
Aaron, right?
Hello, Andrew. Nice to finally meet you.
You too. You've been busy.
I think we all have. And you two must be Elizabeth and Lily? Good to meet you both too.
Thanks.
It's nice to be somewhere warm.
Before we continue, I wanted to pass on how sorry I am for what happened to Eleanor. I know I said it at the time, but as we're all together...
It's fine. But thank you all the same.
Indeed. Now I've got Jason and Noah in the other room.
Working computers!
Looks like my hacking days aren't over.
I hope there won't be any hacking needed here, Andrew.
What's everyone doing here?
For an unknown reason, Alex Thorne kept record of everything that has ever happened in paper form. This has meant us putting all of this information into one huge database so that we can have a recent history to set up the world again.
That's interesting. What about the body burning?
Connor, did you want to explain this?
We basically give the option for people to burn their loved ones. We essentially cremate them and give their ashes back to the person that requested it. However, the government power takes the bodies by force, and you are given no choice.
This is just like what Mark was saying. Should we bring him here too?
What for?
He knows people in the communities. This would be something to help everyone.
We've only just got here, Lily.
I think he's trustworthy. With his organisation helping those in need, he could be really helpful.
Are you sure it's not because of George?
I promise it isn't. I just want to help others.
Alright then.
So far, the furnaces are working to create enough energy to keep the system working.
That's good, I'm very pleased.
Are there any potential problems which can arise?
In the next 3 months, we'll be out of fuel, so to speak.
A coal problem.
Not quite, George. General, how's the production line for the new transformers going?
So far, we are nearly 30% there.
We needed much more than that by this time.
I agree. However, the staff have been very short and supplies on our own soil are scarce.
Just need a little look at the database.
Mr. Reagan, what are you doing?
Oh, General, I'm just checking for a name. Someone on my street died and I want to check their status.
I'm not sure
That's fine, George. Go ahead.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Rosie's mother. Oh, Mark was right. She's already burned.
We can't switch it on yet, General. We need to work through these factories first.
What's this all about?
Director, can we move on, please?
Oh, was it something I said?
Who knows?
General, what was that about the factories? I thought they were being shut down.
It was a private conversation, Mr. Reagan. But if you must know one thing, then know that we were talking about the bodies. They've not run out yet.
Oh. I see.
Let me do the talking.
I intend to.
Oh, hey. You both alright?
Hey, we're fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you here to know if George is here? Because he's not.
No, we both actually wanted to talk to you about what we found out about the government.
Right. Well, I just help out the people. I'm not involved in all this.
This isn't working, Lily. Basically, Mark, we found out that the government have been burning bodies as a means of keeping the electricity running. Little that there is.
What?
See, I told you that would confuse matters.
George helped stop that from happening. Why would he allow that?
Wait, he said he was going to stop them?
That's the whole reason he joined with the government.
We also found something else.
What is it?
We found a bunker under the Forecourt building in Molten. It's got electricity supply and generators.
Seriously?
We've only just seen it. There's a group there that has tons of information.
We'd like to show you.
Why?
We trust you. We want to help where we can.
Alright then, I'll get my coat.
So there is a plan to switch the national grid back on. this will need to be a coordinated effort.
Of course. What's the plan?
There's an abandoned nuclear plant that was owned by Thorn Corp. It had a direct connection to the national grid itself. That's our solution.
Makes sense. So we just need a team to go down there and switch it on.
It seems that way. Hello, Mark. I hope you've liked the bunker.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I'm sure it is. Anyway, so we need to compile a team of people who will go down to the nuclear plant and commission it again.
What happens afterwards?
What do you mean?
After you switch the power on, what will happen then?
Well, I imagine that we'll be able to return the people back to some form of stable living. Jason runs a farm and helps with crops and the growing of food.
It may be a bigger operation, but with the right help, we can manage it.
Right, I see.
Are you alright?
I'm fine, but we need to consider the consequences.
Right now, the government is using the lack of power as a distraction to control people. We need to take that back.
And you'll do that as the people's government, right?
Well, yes.
Is there an issue?
I'm not interested in joining any government.
Right.
Mark, I thought you could help.
Not like this. Has anyone realised what's happening here? What happened when George joined the government?
Well, we're different.
That's what everyone says. They'll be different. But they rarely are. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know you guys, but I've seen what happens when people with honest intentions join a larger group. I won't risk that for myself.
I don't think I can persuade you, but we don't want to hurt anyone. We just want what's best.
And how do we know what's best for everyone? We don't. Power changes us in different ways. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a part of this.
I'll go after him.
Lily, wait.
I've got to try. Mark, wait.
No, I'm going home.
Mark, please stop.
Lily, get out of my way.
Just tell me what's wrong. Why did you say those things?
I don't want to talk, Lily. I don't want any part of this.
But why? I mean, we're limited in what we could do, but there's technology down there that can help rebuild the world.
That's the point. I don't care.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
When George and I started this neighbourhood watch, we didn't care about the technology in the end. We worked with the people. It was raw and unfiltered feeling. We saw people who were actually talking for once. That was the problem with those days. Nobody really talked. Now with those distractions gone, I've seen neighbours who would just smile awkwardly at one another, now talking in the street, saying hello, asking how they are. The technology you've got down there in the bunker, it will separate us all again.
I'm sorry, Mark.
You won't stop, I know, but I refuse to be a part of it.
Robert?
If you've come back to assault me again...
No, not this time.
I'm grateful.
Why did you break our trust, Robert?
It was... necessary.
It never had to be that way. You may have been stranded. You had people you could rely on. Not everything is about the mission.
You don't and will never understand.
I don't claim to, but I think...
No, Jason. I've done things that were deemed necessary to protect myself and my loved ones. However, everything has changed.
And whose fault was that?
Noah. This is all Noah's fault.
And yourself?
What do you mean?
You're a time traveler. You saved Aaron when he was supposed to die. This has as much to do with you as it is with Noah.
How dare you?
Jason, Aaron has some information for us to review.
Alright, I'll head there.
Get your hands off me.
You're not invited.
Huh. You've got everything the way you want, don't you?
I'm sorry?
It's Aaron's decision, not yours.
This is Aaron's decision.
So after all I've done, none of you are grateful.
What have you done?
Well, whilst you've been gone on your trip to EarthCorp, I was helping protect the streets here.
I heard. An entire family died in the process.
That was not my fault. Haven't you got that meeting to go to?
Probably.
Then go away.
I overheard what you said to Jason. Did Sophie survive the timeline change? I'm sorry, Robert.
No. You're not.
I truly am. We have all had to sacrifice something.
Yes, like your own sister, your own family, except I wasn't the one doing any sacrificing. I let you go back to District 12 and instead, you broke into District 1 and changed the timeline.
Need I mention the bomb you planted in Nathan's backpack? You never trusted us from the start.
No, I didn't. And I was right not to.
And now you preach to me about the timeline, whilst your plan all along was to change the timeline back.
To the way it should be.
That second EMP wave wasn't an accident. And you know why. Robert, you'll live an awful life hanging on to the past like this. I've been guilty of the same, but I had to move on.
There is no moving on. Not from this.
You have to find peace.
How do you sleep at night, knowing how many you've killed?
It's a struggle. But I know that through my actions, I save millions in the future.
And it only took the sacrifice of 3.5 billion people today. You can't answer for yourself. Good luck in your meeting.
Sorry, I'm here now.
No problem, Noah. Now there's a nuclear power plant that's based on the outskirts of Malton. It was owned by Thorncorp and had a direct connection to the national grid. That is our solution to restore power to the country.
Just quickly, wasn't that power plant decommissioned?
It was about 4 years ago by Thorncorp themselves. The operation of the power plant was subsidised to Dataline Industries originally. When Thorncorp took over, there was no use for it anymore.
How will the power plant be able to reconnect to the national grid if it was all shut down?
The plant was decommissioned when there was a radiation leak during its operation. It was all shut down safely and correctly, however it was never demolished because, as we all know, it was only the year after that Thorncorp themselves folded. The power plant has stayed there dormant for this whole time.
I can head down there and switch it on. Having been near some nuclear systems before, I have some advanced knowledge.
Yes, but you're not going in alone, Noah. It's too risky.
Then what do you suggest?
I'll go with you.
I don't think so.
Don't you think I can handle it?
It's not that. I don't think we should take any risks.
There would need to be more than one person anyway, Noah. Someone would need to switch on the water valves whilst the other is in the main chamber, pulling manual levers to remove control rods.
I could come along and assist.
If that's something you're happy doing.
I am.
So you see, a happy team.
I'm not sure about this.
I don't think you have much choice now. Take this.
A manual?
So you know which levers to pull and which valves to use. You see, if this goes south, the entire southeast will become uninhabitable, maybe more than that.
Of course, we understand.
Not quite. You see, you will need to jumpstart the nuclear reactions again. The suits you'd be wearing aren't the correct protective suits.
Hence why it got closed in the first place, yeah.
It's not just that. Listen. The control rods need to be manually removed, using the controls directly next to each reactor, as there's no electricity there. The water lines will also need to be opened via the valves underneath the main chamber. The water is required to control the nuclear reaction once the rods are slowly removed, preventing an out-of-control chain reaction and thus a nuclear explosion. I must stress, for one of you, this is a suicide mission.
Are you saying that one of us...
One of you will die there.
What?
I'm sorry.